How's it going? I hope you're doing as great as I'm doing today. Physically, we can give it a solid 8.5. You know, it's still my peak week. And so, doing heavy weight like this is always going to feel awesome when I get it done. But I will say I was pretty dead today. It's as great as this program has worked out for me, and I've made so much progress. Today was the last day of the entire program, and that the fatigue has officially built up. That's why I program the way I do. I calculate my fatigue very strictly because I like being able to put a lot more energy out right at the end, and because I know I'm going to have the least amount of wiggle room as the other days that I work out, because that third day in a row just really tanks me. And especially I always end the week with bench followed by clean and jerk, and oh boy, that is really tough on my shoulders. It's the cleans all felt fine. It was great, but the split jerks were pretty fucking tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, but mentally I'll give it a 9.25. It was a really, really solid day. And I got more of my mental energy out of talking to a homie today, which was really nice. Because, I like to base my mental energy a lot on how amped I am for the lifts. Don't get me wrong, it's peak week. I was the bench went fucking great. I didn't really start struggling until the last set, which is great progress. It was very awesome. But it's always great to get that extra boost from the people that, even if you're not as well associated as you may like to be, or again, gym homies, I only ever really see them at the gym, so it's not like we have lives together, but in a way I think we do, because we share this passion together. And even though we see each other nowhere else, I've gotten to the point with a lot of my gym homies to where we can just shoot the shit about life and our past traumas and the shit we have to talk about. And it makes me feel so good in any setting, no matter how tired I am or how shitty I feel. Just getting that out feels awesome. It kind of renews your mental health at that moment. So on topic, we're going to talk about why I do this, why I talk to myself. Because sometimes I feel a little crazy, because I know in a sense I'm talking to whoever watches this. But I don't know you guys. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who's staying or watching the videos consistently. It's always just me talking to myself and then just throwing it out there because it feels therapeutic. It's great. And so I get some people like the influencer look, and they do their thing and they can talk to a camera all day because they like producing content like that. I literally just do this shit for the therapeutic reasons. I feel so good after doing stuff like this. And the way that I've come to see it over time is when I do this kind of a thing where I just sit down and I just talk to someone I don't know, and I kind of view the whole audience that may watch this as one individual or one being. I think this is why therapy is so great for everybody, and why everybody should do therapy, is when you start talking to someone that you don't know, and you don't know how they're going to judge you, you don't know anything about them. It's just a raw conversation that you have no control over and no standards for. There's no expectations, and so you end up talking about shit that you didn't even know you had in you. Again, the whole point of therapy is you go talk to someone who's completely mutual and neutral and unbiased, at least hopefully, and you end up getting to the roots of your issues that you didn't even realize were there. A lot of alcoholics don't even realize they're alcoholics until they have their behaviors explained to them, or at least pointed out to someone that isn't related to their daily life situation. And so for me, I am an extremely healthy person when it comes to my mentality, my physical self, whatever. I feel like I have a lot of my shit together, and I'm very lucky and very grateful to have been able to put in this kind of effort toward myself and adapt to these mindsets. But what is so great about getting this out to a random person, even if I am at the peak of my mental health right now, always are going to have stressors you're interacting with every single day. It is inevitable. It is the world we live in. No matter what time period, whatever era the world is in, there will always be something that you have to do in order to survive that will stress you, because you just would rather chill out and not worry about life at all. You know, you wish you could just be, I like the ideology. Like, some people like just kind of wish they were air, just free floating, no worries. Just the world passes on as you pass through it. But that's not how we live. We breathe, and we got organs to take care of. So, you know, we got to get our shit together and make sure we survive that bare minimum, just enough to pursue our passions in life. And I think what's so great about that is the fact that because we have such a need for survival, and not even a need, it's a desire. You know, we thrive off surviving. We are given the opportunity that most species don't when it comes to how intelligent we are, that we can derive specific passions that aren't based off of basic survival needs. You know, people who like I do all my Olympic lifting, and I don't need to Olympic lift to survive, you know, but I fucking love it. Like, it's part of the things in my daily life that give me life in general. My lovely girlfriend, my family, the people that care about me, the gym homies, these videos, you know, they're the small things that add up over time and give me life, literally. You know, like the mental will to keep moving, because I want to do more, and I want to succeed, and I want to progress in the things that I love. And just, unfortunately, you have to meet the bare minimum of survival to do that. So you might have to do an obligatory job that you don't like so much, and you know, cooking meals sucks ass because you have to spend twice as much time cleaning the shit you use to cook it. But whatever, we got food to eat that we don't have to hunt, so, you know, that's a win in my book. Anyway, I'm getting a little off the rails, but I'm kind of purposely getting off the rails because that's kind of my whole point to this conversation. I know in a lot of videos I'll say that I'm getting off track, because I am, but it's such a good thing, because I'll start a video, like I do these in one take on the way home from my time at the gym in my car, because that's when I'm like, this is when I'm just peaked in general, like physically, mentally. I feel the best after the gym, and so I think it's a great time to get whatever I have out, because I feel the most driven to do so, you know. When you know, I don't know, whatever, but I will rattle on about all this random shit, and I know I may sound a little incoherent to some people, or a lot of people, like I'm just rambling for no reason, but those rambles are the things that I didn't know I had going on in my brain that I needed to get out, you know, whether it's something you got going on with like a relationship or a friend, or something at work, even something with your passions, you know, if something's fucking you up at the gym. I've talked about my fuck ups at the gym and all my passions a ton. You know, I talked about my girlfriend not too long ago, because she moved away for a temporary amount of time to pursue her shit. And it's all great in the long run as long as you stay consistent and positive and productive about it. But there's going to be those shit days that you got to get through, and even if it's a small insignificant thing that seems tiny, because whatever past trauma or obstacles you've had to get over are so much larger, it's still going to weigh on your brain. You know, you're human. You're not going to be able to just turn off the stressors of anything that's not as bad as a death in the family, or a divorce, or a breakup, whatever. You know, even though it's not as bad as that one time, every stressor latches onto your brain like a fucking parasite. And so you need to talk and get that shit out, you know? Even no matter how small it is, the more you consistently talk about the shit and get it out, the more positive and productive a mindset you will get over the long term. And then it becomes easier over time, because not a lot of people do this, unfortunately, but it becomes easier to accept the happy things over time as well. You know, so many people will just be like, oh, you know, that's supposed to happen in my daily life, so they just see it as neutral. But like, if you got food, or if you got a place to sleep, or you just got to do the normal shit you got to do, that's not a neutral thing. It's a fucking great thing, because a lot of people don't get to do the things that they do every day, or that they typically would do or would want to do. I'm not saying that these people are ungrateful. I'm saying that they just don't realize how positive their lives may be. You know, so many people are stuck on the ideology that you have to show off as much work as you're doing to overcome whoever's being more successful than you. And that shit just doesn't matter. You know, it only matters to the extent that it drives you and makes you happy in your life. Again, I say this like a good bit, but the people who become the most successful in life, it's not just based off money. Like the people who make all that money that you think are the most successful because of it, they only got that money because that kind of work and successfulness and productivity is just their level of what makes them happy in life. And you know, I think like the mindsets that I have now could be compared to that of someone who's already a millionaire, even if they're like at my age, if they're like 20 years old and a millionaire, like whatever YouTubers are doing that shit. I guarantee you, I may have better mindsets than some of those people, or better, not better mindsets, but like it's better mental health in general, you know, better, not even better. It's not, again, I just said it's not about comparing. It's not. I just mean better in the most basic sense of just I think I'm super stable when it comes to what I am happy with and what I'm grateful for and what I want right now in life. And no matter how much you have, if you don't know how to accept and appreciate your daily life while also talking about and getting those little stressors out along the way, you might never find that kind of happiness. And I hate that for people. And it's so ironic that something as small as speaking, you know, it's like one of the first things you do when you're alive. You know, you're born and you take your first steps and then you start talking. You know, it's like step 2 after being born. I guess learning to eat is there, but whatever. But it's such a basic human thing. You don't realize how much better that could make you individually. You know, you stop worrying about the outside world for a second and realize the world is yours as much as you allow it to be, you know? So not in a selfish way. Like, I just mean it, I'm not even thinking about other people with that. The world that I live in is my world because I live by my brain, you know? It's not me saying that I want to control other people or whatever. Everybody's going to do their thing while I do my thing. So why would I worry about their lives? I'm only going to worry about the world that I live in my own brain. And I'm going to do the best job I can with it. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to kind of conclude it there. I had a great conversation with my gym homie, as I said, and it just got me thinking about this stuff and why I do stuff like this. I love talking about this stuff. It just, not only does it make me feel better, but the people who need to hear it that aren't getting it in their own daily lives. I've had people comment on these videos, and it makes me so fucking happy to hear this shit. When people will comment and be like, dude, I needed to hear this today. This isn't something, people never say stuff like this anymore. And it was just so reassuring to hear that it's okay to think this way. And you realize that it's okay to think any way you want, because it's all up to you. You know, you gotta, whatever you feel like thinking, think it. God damn it. You know, that's what makes you the happiest. The more limited you make yourself and whatever you end up wanting to do or what you talk about or how you think it thrashes you a bit. So, you know, talking about this stuff while making myself feel better can make other people also get more stable when it comes to their individual personhood. And I fucking love that. The fact that something so simple as talking and the experiences that I've just coincidentally gone through in life has ended up making other people feel a little bit better. That's such a treasure. And I don't think enough people get that. So, I don't know. Relate to it if you want, or don't. Whatever. But, you know, if, again, the whole reason I do it is for myself. So, if I can help other people along the way, that's just a bonus. So, I'm going to go have a great fucking rest day tomorrow. And we're restarting the program. Adding some weight. Having fun. And I'm going to eat the shit out of an entire chocolate silk pie right now. So, I hope someone else gets to have as good a night as I'm going to have. That's all I got. Bye.